Boys, just calm down. We don't need to throw punches just yet.
I just watched 3 premierships in 4 years just to watch this shit again.
The big angry men who run around in fashion bodies.
If I see anyone complain or say that they can swap Martinelli for Matt and Mbappe, that's true.
I'm just dreaming of beers.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Uneducated Nuffies. Guys, we're nearly up to a whole year worth of episodes.
We're getting there. I think we're about a month off,
Yeah.
but we're not going to get to 52 just yet.
No, we did miss a few.
There was a couple early on that were pretty ordinary to say the
Pretty
least.
rough.
They were pretty
Much like
crap.
the melons last week, it was pretty rough.
Oh god, let's not get. To
Yeah, I was definitely there for those.
Oh, that was.
You were, definitely.
Yeah.
For which ones? The melons last week or the early stage?
No, I was definitely there for the early stage. I was definitely there.
Definitely didn't have a different intern.
Oh, I've had many interns.
We had many
Let's
interns.
try a new intern out soon.
Yeah.
Sit in the corner, see what happens.
The corner. Never forget that price.
Guys, how are your weekends?
Pretty good. A quiet one for myself. Just loading up. I may have my birthday this week, so
Happy birthday!
thank
It's
you.
in 2 days.
Yeah.
No, well done, thanks.
I'm aware.
So it was refreshing up for that, but my favourite thing that hits my feed every winter in Australia, but American summer, when the NBA athletes are off, is Nikola Jokic when he goes back home to Serbia to watch horse races.
He does love the trots.
And how much it's like in a random Serbian field in the middle of country Serbia somewhere. And he's going off. And then you compare him to when he won the finals a few years ago and he was just happy to go home.
He was actually smiling and celebrating.
He loves the horses more than he does anything he's done in basketball.
Yeah, basketball's his job.
Yeah, it pays for his horses.
Yeah, he clocks into work and clocks off when the game's done.
Pretty easy life, I'd say.
That's why he's the GOAT for me.
No, it's pretty hard when you can't win MVP because people are bored of voting for you.
I don't think he's worried about winning those accolades. I think he's worried about just making enough money
Yeah.
to get more horses.
Yeah. What the
That-
hell?
That wasn't
Sorry,
even a
guys.
sound effect. That was just outside. That wasn't even our soundboard. That would have been. But talking about the horses,
Yeah.
I made my grand debut working on the trots this weekend.
Where?
I was out in Melton at Melton Entertainment Park, and boy oh boy, that is a place.
The
Yeah.
harness racing.
That is a place. Actually a cool thing to go watch. Actually, I was actually surprised how actually entertaining it was to watch. Like, I got to be on the track, got to meet the horses. The jockeys were quite interesting. Got to shake the horse's hand. It was
This is gone down already.
it was quite an interesting spectacle, but I'd say like on a sunny Saturday evening out in Melton in the summer would be quite an enjoyable time. Besides the crime where people try and smash your cars out in the car park, ignore that. But it would be really interesting to go like, boy, we should go to a pod live from the Melton Entertainment
No,
Park. on
I'm
Saturday.
good.
No, I'm
good.
alright. It's just a long journey, to be honest.
They do have a pokies machine there.
Okay. I would never do that.
Besides our pokey addiction and my horse racing addiction, how was your weekend, Jonty?
Good. You know, there's one thing every year. The first week of NBA offseason was really funny.
Yeah.
We had lots of fun things go on.
Yes.
The second week has been maybe the most boring second week of NBA offseason for a while.
Well, the Bucks did something funny.
Yes, they
Yeah, but you constantly have been doing it recently.
Yeah, and it's actually the long term a smart move, but
But I think Damien's going to enjoy.
I think he's going to enjoy the fact he can get another 25 million somewhere else and get paid more than anyone else.
yeah, he loves it. He's been loving what they've done for him. It's very good.
The bigger thing though is summer league's on right now. It's just started.
Oh, Bronny Holland's getting posted already.
Yeah. VJ Edgecombe had a really good first game. I've never seen more hopes put on one player ever.
Yeah, he'll have the Philly curse. Strike him soon.
Him and what's his name are going to team up.
McCain.
Yeah, Jared.
Imagine Maxi McCain and Edgecombe getting the biggest free, just hopes and dreams. And Bed's just there like, hey guys, I'm injured again.
Jared's going to put his little zest onto Edgecombe. I did watch it. Did you see Ace Bailey looks like he's somewhat enjoying Utah?
I'm sure he will when he gets paid lots of money to play there.
Yes.
And then leave in free agency.
He had a good lob. But yeah, it's very not boring summer league. Like I won the summer league of 2018 where the Lakers had like the most stacked roster in summer league history when you had Kuzma, Lonzo, Ingram. Who else was on that team? You had
Anyone who came to us in the trade.
Caruso. You had
Everyone involved in the AD trade.
so many people. Such a good stack squad.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
By the boundary umpire. There is a pig at full forward.
You need to calm down.
Go to Barnes! Come on! I'm from Maui! Do a push-up with him on top of you, Jakey!
I love this game.
Well, this round in the footy, guys, we had the top 9 sides play all the bottom 9 sides. I thought we'd learn a lot. We did not. We just learned that the top 9 sides are a lot better than the bottom 9 sides, and that's a hot take.
Except for one.
Except for one.
It was-
I think everyone thought that.
I've got a word for to what we call it. It's called favourites round. Because
Yeah.
all the favourites won.
Yeah,
They were the
technically.
favourites going
Yeah,
into the
Sydney
game.
were the favourites, yes.
But yeah, favourites rounds. Like you grab your chocolate out of the favourite box and you pick
What's
it.
your
and that's
favourite?
what-
What's your favourite chocolate out of a favourites box?
Ooh,
This is quality content.
this is good. I love a good. I've got two. Here. It's either caramello. Caramello is very good, or Turkish delight. I love a Turkish delight.
No, I'm a crunchy.
It's a boost and there's no option.
Oh, no, Turkish delight.
I'm a crunchy guy.
Turkish Delight's like second. Boost is number 1.
People who don't like Turkish delight are genuinely just like don't have brain cells.
Oh my god! All right,
Lesser humans.
let's go to the football. You know, North.
North on Thursday night. That pump up from Pagan was brilliant. I was about to speak there.
It started off a bit rocky when he started talking about the 1920s,
Yeah,
but then he picked it up when he got to his era of North, and it got motivational. I was revved up on the couch.
And North were really good for that first half,
Oh, they were unreal.
and then they just completely shut the bed.
I love how
It was always going to happen.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I loved how Pagan during the pre-game as well. He actually gave it to the North players for the week before.
Oh,
It's like, you're like, you guys have a lot of answering to do after last week, and it's like, no, that's fair enough. I like that. I wish Carlton would do their 150th anniversary and have that each week because we need that.
How
But
many-
enough about us.
No, Vossi does each week. You just don't respond.
Yeah, no, that first half was great. Nick Lucky's first quarter.
Until he got injured.
Should have
Yeah.
kicked 6 in that first quarter.
Yeah, you had 4 and you missed one right on the siren. That was
Oh,
an
yeah,
easy
5.
shot.
Yeah.
Ended up with 5 for the game. But yeah, North's first quarter in general was amazing.
Can their forwards give him some help? Because he's just underappreciated down
Yeah,
forward.
Well, Paul Curtis was really good, and then Nick Larkey disappeared. And now Nick Larkey's really good, and everyone else has disappeared.
Zaha has slowed down a bit. He was good at the start of the year. But yeah,
Yeah,
they still need more down there to help them.
they need
unfortunately.
some help. Darling's not the answer.
He's been injured as
he's
well
injured
now.
as well.
So,
Injured, but then Curtis hasn't helped. They haven't had a good run with injuries, but the doggies they just trod along that first half, and then they just said, "All right, let's play footy now."
yeah, Libba having his career best game in his 250th
Yep.
is insane. He's getting better every
It's
game.
criminal how he hasn't got AA jumper yet.
Yeah, we
I
should,
think this year could be the year.
No,
even
there's
this year,
so many
there's
big midfielders.
too many
this year.
midfielders. He's going to get squeezed out again.
Yeah.
A
the
lot of
curse.
other years he would have made it, but
No, because there'll be a couple of people who will miss out eligibility because they wouldn't have played enough games. I reckon.
is that in
So I reckon Bond and Butters will be close to it.
Bond? I don't think Bond makes it this year.
Bond won't this year. Butters
Might.
his resume is really good.
Yeah, but you might. You remember you have to play 16 games
Yeah.
now to
So-
qualify.
All right. Well, Noah Anderson, Zach Merritt, Nick Dacos.
That's the starting 3 probably right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's think.
Bailey Smith is going to be in there.
Yeah, he'll be in there.
McCluggage, I'll probably over him.
Yeah.
And they'll find two more.
Dawson.
Jordan Dawson. Yeah.
They'll find two more midfielders.
Brayshaw.
Yeah.
Rachel's
As we go, you're realizing that this is going to be Harry
Yeah,
Maguire
it's
again.
a bit
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because he's a gun.
Also, Ed Richards might get in over him.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll see Richards on a
They're,
wing.
they're doing a lot. They're doing a lot of good stuff there. How
Yeah.
was Did you watch Romy Bryan after the game?
No.
Who BP
Oh.
didn't know who
How do you
Shane Biggs
not
was?
know? How do you not know who Shane Biggs is?
We love
He's got
Biggsy.
the greatest grand final moment in history.
His Facebook page.
Oh, we love Biggs.
His Instagram is the best thing of all
Oh,
time.
Shane Biggs watch is awesome.
Yeah.
It was.
Well under the dogs. Norton's back to his best form.
Oh, he looked good. He looked
5
very
goals.
good.
Once again, it's as soon as Sam Darcy's back, everything looks great in that forward line.
Darcy didn't even have that good of a game. I don't
No.
think he kicked 4 in the end, but he only kicked 1 in the first 3.
He had the problem is there's a lot of the times where he went forward, he went for an aerial mark, didn't get it, brought it to ground, and got into positions
Yeah.
where their smalls could work. Like, I think Kennedy got one from there. Someone else got another one. They had as soon as he didn't grab it, it was down the ground, and the crumbs were there, perfect waiting for
Well,
them.
that's the whole great thing about the Western Bulldogs forward line is that you have two people who are gonna get those marks. If not, it drops down and they have crummers. That's what they're great at. Riley West, Vandermeer, Waitman when he's actually playing, They're all just really great at getting that crumb.
If they can just sort out that defensive issue, like I know there's talks about Jones coming back in this week, just sort out that. I think Buku should be playing down back,
Yeah, Buku
just for what he brings
disgrace that he
around
got
the
dropped.
ground. Lobby's obviously got a lot on his shoulders already with what he's having to carry.
O'Donnell's had to step up massively.
Correct. But if you bring Jones in there, it gives him another tall defender. Lobby's not having to do all the aerial stuff. I think it just that hopefully if he can come back, play that footy we saw him play last year, that's going to really help them push finals.
Well, you
Well,
don't
they
need
need to, because if they, I alluded to it last week, if they make the finals, which there's still no certainty to do, I think they will, but if they get a team with a few good tall forwards, they're not going to win the first week.
I don't think they're not that ninth team. I think Freo are that ninth team, but it's just they got to back up the wins, and they're doing it at the moment. They're getting the wins against teams they should be beating.
Yeah, it's now about beating those top teams because they've
Correct.
got a bad record against top 8 this year.
Correct.
Do you want to start off? Or
Friday night footy.
You can talk about it because they're your boys.
All right.
They're your team as well.
I'm well aware. I was there.
So there's this thing called rivalries, right?
Look, do you want to name some?
Collingwood Essendon's are always competitive.
Yeah, it's good. Always pretty good. The showdown.
Showdown, yep, that's
Freo
massive.
versus West Coast.
Yeah, the derby.
Derby?
Derby.
Dogs versus GWS.
That is also not a rivalry now, I would say, because the Dogs own them. The Dogs beat them every time.
Yeah. Okay.
The Battle of the Bridge.
Yep.
Starting to become a good one.
Yep.
The Q Clash starting to become a good one. I think we've
Cats
got to.
Hawks.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, Easter Monday.
There's one to remove now. It's Carlton Collingwood.
Yeah.
It's a genuine ownership nowadays.
The record between these two teams in the last 10, 15 years is a joke.
We don't even feel like we obviously enjoy it, but I feel more bad for you guys having to watch the absolute dribble you played on the weekend.
Yeah, it was
I'm well aware. I had to sit boundary side watching it.
We've
It's
now
just-
gone from a point where it was a few weeks ago, it was all on Vossi. Now everyone just feels bad for Vossi because he's trying. He was trying on the weekend and the players gave him nothing.
Yeah, like I said, Vossi isn't the main issue here. It's becoming on the players and the people we're choosing to play. Like, how is Francis Evans getting a game? Like, I know we're trying to just find something, but we still had, I've gone blank on his name. Durden in the reserves.
Yeah.
Yet we chose to play Francis Evans.
The Camporelli twins not getting
Camporelli should be getting a game.
Who's the toy?
Jackson Binns.
Yeah.
games. How did he not get a game?
I don't know.
Among 6 changes.
I'm still trying to just. And the problem is the guys I shit on each week actually had decent games. Like Blake Acres wasn't terrible. Motlop wasn't terrible. I thought our best player was
Zach Williams.
Zach Williams, and he was when we put him in the midfield, he actually looked really good. Like it's the best I've seen him play since pre-ACL injury. Like he's looked actually like.
And
back
he
to
got
what he
injured
could've been.
again.
Back to yeah.
He's about to lose
It's awareness. They took him off because they were just a bit worried. I thought it was bad. I looked at it, it was like, oh no, not his knee. I got very scared. It was just a corky. Thank goodness. But yeah. I didn't also notice it. I noticed it more this week when you brought up last week about McGovern, how every time he gets the ball, he doesn't know how to use it. I noticed that
how
more.
dumb he is.
Yeah, I know when you said that last week, I hadn't really paid attention to it much, but I noticed it. I watched it carefully and saw it. I'm just like, you're a genuine spud.
Yeah, see, I know football, mate. I know what I'm looking at.
It's just so funny.
And
Tom
he
Mitchell
was-
came back and had 26 touches.
Tom Mitchell looked really
Tom
good.
Mitchell was
He-
very good.
I can't tell if he was
shot.
actually good or if Carlton was so bad.
No, Tom was actually quite decent.
He won a lot of ball out of the midfield.
We substituted our Steele for a different Steele, and he also played a good
Well,
game.
and Robin
Yeah.
Steele was
Yeah,
good.
he was great. He fit in straight away.
Also, Nick Dacos taking more contested marks than Charlie Kerno.
More than half the team combined.
I watched them the crowd erupted. It was right where I was in the wing. I was like,
Yeah, he took some big Kentuckies.
it was a good mark. I know he took one contested
no, he
mark.
took
No,
two.
it was 2. He took one, a solid one in the first quarter, and then took a big one in the end of the game.
We can finally take contested mark, which is good. He's got that off the resume.
Nick Brownlow.
It's
It looks more and more likely.
he would be.
Yeah.
I reckon it's still gonna be close at the moment, but he's be pushing
Yeah.
around the market.
I reckon a couple of weeks ago, Bailey Smith was a clear leader, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. Him not playing.
I reckon the next 6 weeks is gonna really shape out who wins it. Because I think it's pretty. I think it's.
Who are the contenders?
I think it's Dacos. I think it's Smith. I think it's Dawson. I think it's Anderson. They're my 4. I would say right now.
Yeah.
If I were to put money on it, it'd be those 4.
Zach Merritt will also be up there if he can play the rest of the season in the midfield.
Yeah,
because even if they lose every game,
He's gonna have to. Yeah, he's gonna have to poll a lot of 3 votes.
because
But
he has the base of the
he
start of the
he
year.
started well, but I reckon he's not in the top 5 at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's just out.
He's dropped off. He hasn't pulled votes for a long time until.
It's not his
this
fault
week.
that he's dropped off though.
yeah, not his fault.
Anyway, move on to that.
But yeah, well done. You won.
So are we actually? I've got the moral victory this year.
I think you had the moral victory anyway because you're top of the table and we're out of finals.
No, but like my team's won every game against your teams.
Yeah, we don't play.
They've lost every game.
Yeah, well, we should have beaten you.
Well, we play you guys one more time again.
Yeah,
anyway.
I
we'll see how that
I
moral-
hope we beat you
we'll see how
after
that
the last game where we deserved to beat you.
But that was good. But Saturday footy came around.
Hey, you missed another game on
Like
Friday
everyone
night.
else in Australia,
yes.
like everyone else in Australia,
That's
missed
why
the
we
game.
We didn't get off TV early, so I didn't think there was a second game. But there was. You are right.
No one watched it, so don't expect us to know anything about
Oh no,
it.
people did flick over when I got bored of Collingwood Carlton because it was just a massacre.
Yeah, but
No,
the
I
other
kept
game
watching.
was a
No,
massacre
I
as well.
I kept watching this game because it was funny.
No, but at least you got to see Harley Reid versus all of Giants.
Yeah, they went after him hard, from what I saw.
Yeah, but that's fair. I would have done the same thing too. To teach the young Spud a lesson.
Spud.
Bud.
He's not Spud. He's pretty good.
He's quite good. But
Giants just did what they needed to do. One big. I think
again,
Callahan's a
these
star.
top 9 teams just needed to click over the win, and if they do, they'll get the spot.
The Giants need to. They're probably a team that could fall out.
Well, they got a tough game this week from memory as well.
They're
They
the
played
Cats.
Geelong, but it's at NG, so
Yeah, they lose it in G a fair bit.
Yeah, they don't like playing
there's
NG.
a couple I'm looking here at the fixtures. A couple good marquee games.
We
we're
have
gonna book
we
out.
have the market game around.
We'll go through them.
We'll go through them later.
at the end,
Thursday
yeah.
night's a barn burner. Can't wait to work.
Yeah.
Barns are being burned.
Yeah, no, Giants.
Carlton.
yeah.
Giants did what they needed to do.
Oh, yeah.
I think Callahan's a star.
Nothing.
That's about it.
I'm so glad I put him as a breakout star this year.
So,
Well,
Full
Saints
knowledge.
will be licking their. They won't be licking their lips.
They'll be disappointed that they couldn't get him.
Unlicking them. Well,
Yeah.
to be
Well, I
honest,
think
at the
they're
moment-
fine. I think they're
to
going to
be-
get
to
two
be
good
honest,
players.
If they're going to get Deconey for 15 million the way he's been playing this year,
yeah, I
Sure.
think he's not playing good because he doesn't want to be there.
I think he's not playing good because the team keeps on saying we're better off without him.
I don't think he cares about not the team. It's the
No, he
fans.
doesn't care.
I think he cares about the fans. But again, great player. He'll be one of the best rucks in the comp. Not 15 million.
Well, yeah, no one's worth
Not
15.
15
No ruck's worth 15 million, but
The only person worth 15 million in the league at the moment.
Nick
and-
Dacos.
Well, I think when Tassie come into competition, they'll offer him 3 million a year.
Yeah, they can do that if they want to.
Yeah, and we'll start the $2 million a year, and he'll go for that instead of going to Tassie.
Nah, he wants to go back to Hobart.
He's doing a Gary Ablett.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he'll get the keys to the city.
I think he'll be disowned from the family if he did that.
Oh, maybe they'll send Josh there. Imagine both of them went.
You know what? If that
And
happened,
Peter.
And Peter.
Oh, at least Peter will be gone. I don't see his mug anymore.
Move
Now
on.
we can get to Saturday footy.
Yes, Super Sunday.
We heard Super Saturday. The first game was your mob, I believe.
Yeah, Bombers first Gold Coast at Marvel. It was very competitive for 3 quarters. Stopped in the last. But no, it's fine. I think this year no one at Essendon cares anymore.
I think
Because there's nothing to care for.
I think Dimmer likes Marvel now.
No, I still don't think he likes it.
The-
I just think he has to play there more often.
Yeah, but they're winning games there now.
I still think the Suns are frauds.
I don't think they're frauds.
They got
They will play finals. I'm putting that on the books. They will
They're
play
next
finals.
it's because it's a bigger fraud.
There's next 3 games are Collingwood, Adelaide, and Brisbane. That's a serious 0-3.
So if they win, I look at that.
If they beat Collingwood this week,
if they
they'll
win
make
one of
finals.
those games,
They should make finals.
they'll. Well,
I
again,
just don't think they'll win any of them.
What's their fixture? Let's have a look at their run home.
It's
they
Collingwood,
have.
Adelaide, Brisbane next 3.
And then for the rest of the season, I think it's that hard of a fixture from memory too.
Well, they play us again. They have the game
so
in
they
hand
got
as well.
Collingwood, Adelaide, Brisbane, like you said.
I think
Then they got Richmond,
Oh,
Carlton.
barn burner.
Oh,
The Giants.
Then they play the Giants.
That's
Then they
tough.
finish off with Essendon and Port. They win 1, 2, 3 because it's at Gold Coast. 4. They win 5 of their next 8. That's enough to hit your finals.
I worry if you lose the next 3 and all the confidence goes.
Yeah.
But there's a chance. I don't think they'll fall out.
I think there's bigger frauds to worry about instead of them.
We'll discuss that in a bit, but yeah. No, the Suns for the first 3 quarters had a lot of suspect moments. Mac Andrew missing the ball in the goal square was funny.
But then he also had a big moment. Another big moment at Marvel.
Yeah.
Jumping over a
He
man.
could have touched the roof.
Giving away a free
try.
kick. Yeah, he was
Oh.
doing a lot.
I think they got enough to get there. I don't think they missed finals. I think they've got enough there to get out of the way. When they play their best football, they're one of the better teams in the comp.
Yeah, they are.
I just don't think I've seen their best football against any of the good teams yet.
But again, they're
need to
so
do it.
young and inexperienced. I don't think they have the not knowledge, but the word is experience.
You know,
I didn't want to repeat my words. But they don't have
it
the
is the
experience.
experience.
Also, a quick one. Zach Merritt played midfield. Can you believe he was best on ground?
Oh, shock.
That's crazy.
Shock. It's not like we talked about this 4 weeks ago on the pod.
He should have won a Brownlow this year. He should have won the Brownlow by so much.
Richmond decided to go drive down to the GMHB. What was interesting,
Noah Bolton made it back on time. That was good.
Oh, just.
they went down there. Jeremy Cameron kicked his 700th career goal. Well done to him.
I was seeing a post earlier. Is he any chance of making 1,000 goals?
Well, yeah, they were talking about it on there's a couple people talking about Cripper. I heard Cripper talking about it. You look, he plays if he plays 4 to 5 more years, what he probably can because he's not.
He's averaged like 60 a year to do it. So
If he averages
it's
50,
tough.
well, he averages probably 50 a year anyway.
Yeah, he does, but
He can do it. It depends on if he gets an injury or not.
But think about this, right? If you're saying he averages 50 a year, he has to play 20 years of his career. Cameron isn't going to be playing 20 years.
yeah, I think it's probably just beyond reach. I mean, 700 goals.
I reckon
in
he'll
this day and
get to
age.
900. I don't know if he gets to
Yeah, that's
1,000.
possible.
But to be honest, Franklin would have hit about 1,300 if he didn't get injured all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's still ridiculous. Jazza, what a freak.
He's good. Issues coming out of Richmond though. Sam Lawler's now out for the rest of the season with a hamstring injury. They brought him back. They tried to risk
Yeah,
him
that
early.
was sad.
Didn't work out. He's got a career outside of football though. His music career is going on top. So he's got no issues there. They lost someone else in the VFL I saw too. I can't remember his name.
Don't
Who
know.
it was. They lost another injury. But
Well, Bauer.
was it Bauer?
It's Bauer, yeah.
So they're just
ACL.
Yeah.
their injury list is just piling up. But
And they don't have Bolter this week because they're playing a night game.
no Bolter. But
Oh, no.
they do have a day.
We've played Richmond twice this year now. Both times they haven't had Lynch or Bolter.
they are debuting Taj Houghton, I believe, is making his AFL career debut.
Should
this year.
be. I think
And
they're
I
going to
think the word is he's replacing that. And then if Lawler's out, I could see them bringing in Smiley as well. Hopefully, a double debut against Essendon.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Houghton,
You might as well just try something now.
Houghton was the projected number 1 before he did his knee in
Yeah.
his TAC Cup year. So
So he
word
looked,
out of him is he's a star.
he's looked quite good in the VFL as well. There's plenty going along there, but Geelong are just trotting along. No Bailey Smith, no worries.
Yeah.
They got enough good talent down there.
No issues in Geelong, really.
No issues.
Not at all.
No court
No
cases.
audit issues.
Brisbane versus Denture Man.
That was so funny.
That is the.
That's a clip
Do you know
of
what
the
you
year.
compare it to? It's a bloke who's handing his 2 weeks resignation.
Yeah, he's just
That's
having
what Ken's
fun.
doing.
He's having a blast, and I love it.
The
He couldn't
the
give
fake
two
teeth.
fucks.
The fake teeth thing is the fun. It's the funniest thing I've seen a coach do in a while.
It was great.
That is coach clip of the year.
Doing that whilst 40 points down is the peak of.
Oh.
I don't care.
Good on him.
Love Ken.
Brisbane back to playing good football. Well, consistent good football.
Don't
Since
start
that-
just yet.
Since that Geelong game, they've looked very much
Yeah.
what they were back end of 2024.
Yeah.
They're
Let's
not-
just see what happens. They could screw it up this week.
They're not killers.
They screw it up this week. I'm going to go berserk next week on the pod if they do. But surely they can't.
you hope not.
They can't.
It can.
Hipwood's going to kick 5 on you.
Oh,
No, he hasn't had a big game.
Yeah, that's true.
Morris is going to kick 7 on us.
No, Hipwood hasn't had a big game in 12 weeks. He's due.
He's due.
Well, Zach Bailey did kick 5 on the weekend.
He had.
He's another one who's just
He
goes about
looked,
his
that was his
business.
best game he's had all year.
Once again, though, it's like every week only one good small forward can come out of the game for Brisbane.
Oh, Charlie Cameron kicked 3 as well, which is
He did the aura.
The
what-
Indonesian
what's
boat
the-
aura.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Whatever that is.
you're so old.
You've had a terrible season, Charlie. Do not be doing aura.
Yeah.
But again, they're midfield. They don't have to. They can have 2 people have a bad night and they're still going to dominate in the midfield. Like Ashcroft probably wasn't at his best football. Dunkley probably didn't have the game he wanted to. But then you still have McCluggage and Neil doing what they did. It's just, again, in my opinion, it's the best midfield in the comp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's the deepest and it's the best.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, when your 4th best option is Will Ashcroft, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Not bad.
it's just so deep. It's basically the whole team is just so funny to watch.
Yeah, no, they're great. I enjoy watching Brisbane.
They're,
games.
they're arch enemies themselves.
Yeah, they'll let themselves. They only the main way they'll lose, apart from probably Collingwood, is just letting themselves down.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Eric Hipwood.
Yep, yeah. The other game, Saints versus Hawks, major snooze fest in the first half.
Double header at Marvel.
Yeah, they did do a double header.
It's just, can we keep Saints off any game? Can we actually just cancel
Yeah.
Saints games?
The first half was tough because Ross did his usual thing and
Ross
just
ball.
shut the game down. Thankfully, the Hawks good enough to work it out in the second half and get the game a bit more open and free flowing
It's
to get themselves a win. Hard fought.
Yeah.
They're doing it. They're another team that's just doing what they need to do right now.
It is the second week in a row. Saints have looked like, well, not good, but solid for a half, and then just did not know how to back it up in the second half.
Well,
Yeah.
Naz was probably the only person, and Max Hall was the only people who had played a full game, I thought. They just didn't have enough leg speed, I reckon, throughout the game.
Oh,
But,
no, their kicking inside 50 was
That as well.
horrible.
It's continued all year.
horrendous.
And it's the first time I've actually agreed properly with an on the couch take. They're talking about on the couch.
On the couch.
You listen to Fireball for Mondays
Yeah,
and
that's
Fridays.
a better listen.
No,
That's terrible.
And bounce.
Bounce is good.
Turn it up.
but they were talking about how bad it is this year. It's historically bad.
They're probably the second worst kicking team. The second worst kicking team in the comp.
Well, compared to you,
We're the worst. It's not even close.
Yeah, the thing I hear a lot about out of Saints fans is that we don't have Max King. Max King wouldn't change shit in this forward line.
Max King is. Are people forgetting how bad he was last year when he played?
He's a terrible set shot, and also is one forward, and you can't kick inside 50 anywhere.
Yeah, you need
What's
to get.
the big target going to do to help you?
You need someone who's going to kick it in the 50, and they
There's-
don't have it.
There's someone they've got down back who I think would be perfect in a year or two to go forward. And he's absolutely just torn up the last 2 weeks since his debut. And that's Alex Toru.
Yeah, he's
He
actually
has looked really good. I was hearing comparisons this week on, I think it was .talkback, it was SEN or something like that. They were comparing how when Nick Revolt originally started, he came as a defender, then went forward. He's got that Nick Revolt sort of leap about him.
on the blonde hair
And
with it.
he can jump. His marking ability
Yeah.
could be the second best in the comp, possibly behind Darcy.
I think him and Naz are the only two exciting things that have come out of Saints in the last 10 years.
He looks like I'm wondering why he didn't debut earlier. I know he got
He
suspended.
was injured.
He got injured and
Yeah.
suspended.
Yeah.
But they played him 3 weeks in the VFL before they then debuted him. It was just like,
Well, once again, this is going to be probably a little bit of a mute point, but Saints at the time were using their older defense because they want to try and keep it consistent.
He's also a really raw prospect.
he's
Yeah.
very raw.
Long way to go to he's the finished product, but
He
there's
looks
some
very
great
good.
signs.
But Hawks have some very, they're in this position now where their forwards are tearing up. Obviously,
Yeah.
Gunston's having an amazing year. The Charles Royce is playing some really good football at the moment. And they've, in their VFL on the weekend, they both had Mitch Lewis play his first full game for the year. And they had
Cal Shadir.
Cal Shadir kick 3. They got a massive issue. They're going to have to drop one of their key forwards. Chol could be in the danger point here.
Well, they have currently Max Ramsden playing.
Well,
so
Ramsden's
he'll be
probably
straight
gonna
out for
get
Lewis,
shot. But
unfortunately.
then Cal Shadir or Chol.
well, I reckon
Are
it's just
you-
whoever gets injured first.
You can't drop Chol.
Yeah, he
with
said
the way he's
two,
played. He's actually played too
But
well.
the problem is Chol's then going to go to the third tall option.
No, but he'll go play more rock minutes because that's what he does for Hawks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think right now, Lewis will come in for Ramsden, obviously. That's an easy swap. And then, they still have the Mosquito fleet with Ginnivan, Watson, and McDonald.
They've had such a good run without injuries. They haven't had any major
Will Day's
injuries.
back soon.
Will Day, yeah, I've had
coming-
a look when he's due back. Round 20, and guess they play that round.
Carlton. He'll come in and have 35.
I'm going to that game too. It's going to be flashbacks to last year when we played them around.
Oh, remember when you got so cocky again? We played them round before and got smacked, and you got really cocky.
Which one?
When we played Hawthorn last year, we got smacked, and you're like, you got being real cocky. The next game, you got smacked by more.
Yeah, I'm aware. We'll get smacked by them again.
You also went this year and they lost there as well. So
Yep. Oh, that wasn't too bad of a loss. That was only 20 points. It's better.
moral losses.
Moral.
Imagine losing the
Yeah,
Hawthorn
but
this year.
the Hawks, they're looking gonna have a good run into finals. Which,
Yeah,
if they get some momentum behind them, good luck.
I would almost just rest Will Day for the rest of the year.
Oh no, I
Maybe
think
get him
you
one
give him
game.
4 weeks into the finals.
You want him running into finals. I don't rest him for the whole
He
year.
probably will get injured in that 4 weeks
Because
you
that's
have
the
to-
point.
You have
Yeah.
to give him a run.
There's not many chances where you have a fully healthy team going into finals. Hawthorn are a chance to do it. You'd be stupid not to play him.
But he is glass man to the core.
I know about Glass Man. We've got plenty on my team. You play him.
My whole list is glass man.
Sunday footy. Let's go on to Sunday footy because it was a bit of a... One was a snooze fest and the other one was quite an interesting
Oh, they were
game.
both just okay.
Oh, I prefer the second game over the first. Swans were able to get it done against Freo at home, winning by 11 points.
All right.
Putting Freo out of the 8 now.
If I hear Dwayne Russell say one more time that Sydney need to win every game to make finals, I'll lose my mind.
He said it like 10 times on.
Dwayne, they're not
Midday
going to win
Madness.
every game.
Wayne's optimistic.
No, he's just like, I just want to see some fight. But they can win every game. No,
They cannot.
Dwayne, take a back seat.
I'm sure they'll play a good team in the next few weeks.
I had a feeling Freo were due to drop a game. Their performance
They've won 6 in a row.
too
That's
good.
way too many for Freo to win.
Did you see how as soon after the game, King was straight after Justin
Yep.
Longmuir as well? He was on
He's
it.
been waiting for it for so long.
It's an informed Sydney side too.
But I actually think Kingy's got a point. I think if they don't play finals with the team that they have, are you really thinking Longmuir is going to be the right coach?
No.
No, but who's out there?
Well, I reckon they
John Longmire.
Longmire, even though I want Carlton to go for Longmire. Because
Vossi will be.
I'm sick
No,
of
he won't. They won't
I'm-
pay his contract.
I'm sick of Carlton try with assistant coaches. We need an actual coach who's proven. Because we've done it the last 3 ones.
I don't think
Vossi was a senior coach before.
A little bit.
remember
But then
remember-
remember that we had Teague and then we had Bolton before that.
Yeah, Brett
Remember
Bolt was
Vossi's
great.
stint at Brisbane? He was great.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember when you had Brett Ratton?
I miss Rats. Rats was a good coach.
Remember when he had a good coach and he got rid of him for Mick Mulhouse?
I'm well aware. But they got to go for someone. I think throw the money bag at Longmuir. Not Longmuir, Longmire.
Yeah.
He's the one person everyone will want. Even go after Ken. Ken's a better suitor than bloody Longmuir.
Not more Ken. Can't do it Ken anymore.
Imagine Ken in the purple.
Oh, God. No, I think what Freo need to do is...
Just give him a proper contract, not a 4 week.
Yeah, maybe you don't have him. Hey mate, just letting you know, we're looking at your 4 weeks. Better pull up the performances, eh?
Yeah, I think what Freo need to do is drop Darcy and just play Jackson full ruck minutes because the 2 rucks doesn't work.
No.
With 3 tall forwards,
There's only one team that can
Okay.
actually do it, and that's Carlton. Somehow.
no,
No,
you can't.
not when you have Mackay back.
Yeah, but Mackay's not playing at the moment, so who cares? Finally.
One more thing on Sydney. I think James Jordan is easily the best tagger in the game.
Oh, yeah. He's...
Kept Sarong to 11 touches.
Yeah,
That's an
he
impressive.
knows
effort.
how to
And
lock
he's
him
done
down.
it to a lot of midfielders
Because
this year.
there's been a couple of good defenders who have come and gone, like have done a couple of good games that have been really good. He's just consistently a great tagger.
Every week he tags the other team's best midfielder, and he locks him down more often
Just
than not.
grab their shirt and don't let go.
That's the Ryan Crowley tactic.
Yeah, that's the whole of what was the game? Nick Dacostas got held the whole game.
That was
Saints.
Oh
it
no,
wasn't Saints.
Windhager didn't touch him.
It was I know which game you're talking about.
Melbourne.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It
Langdon.
was-
Yep.
Yeah. The final game of the round, they went to Adelaide Oval. Adelaide have win a hard fought game in the end. They beat Melbourne.
Yeah, they came from 5 goals down.
Melbourne played pretty good football, I thought, for most of the game. I don't think
One half.
they didn't do. Oh, I don't think they played badly in the second half. It was just Adelaide were able to find form. Isaac Rankin, someone grab him and just run with him.
No, because he's the best player in the comp when he's on.
Because
he's
that
he's
one,
a gun.
that goal he kicked where he just ran straight through a pack of about 8 Melbourne players. No one wanted to touch him. He kicked that goal. I'm just like, how are you letting this man free?
He's a freak.
No, if he gets the ball, there's something is gonna happen. It just depends what week it is. If it's a bad week, then it's gonna be either running too far or kicking it out in the full.
Yeah, well, he kicked 5, so it's a good effort for Isaac considering he's playing majority midfield minutes. He's a special talent.
Yeah, he's an absolute
Like
gun.
Gold Coast, although he requested the trade, Gold Coast would be just seething at their
Well,
team.
imagine Gold Coast if they had Rankin on their team right now.
Imagine a forward line with King, Humphrey, Rankin,
and Long.
and Lynch also teaching him back if he didn't go to Richmond.
Walter as well.
Walter as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
Yeah.
The ladder's shaping up now. I think Jimmy,
Well-
you
I alluded to.
I think it's 6 points between second and ninth.
Yeah,
I'm getting the
correct.
ladder up here.
So Collingwood's well clear.
Yeah, so second place is Brisbane on 46
And
points.
then you've then got Adelaide, Geelong, and Hawthorn on 44, and then the Dogs, Suns, Giants, and Dockers all on 40.
Yeah,
What team is going to miss out?
I think it's
Say it right now.
I think it's Freo.
us.
Really?
I'm just doing process of elimination here, guys.
Theoretically, it can be, but a lot has to go wrong for you guys and lots to go right for everyone else.
That's like trying to get.
We've
That's,
still got.
that's like saying Carlton can still make the finals.
we can theoretically.
Yeah, exactly.
We've still got a game against Richmond. We need one win to make it.
hey, you never know with Richmond. You never know what can happen.
No Lawler.
You never know what can happen.
No Lawler.
Richmond lost the last 4 games by 50 plus.
Is it a night game or a day game? That's going to be dependent on how you guys go.
Hey, there's this crazy thing, right? We're not you.
But yeah, I think it's literally whenever they play each other, they're going to be the interesting games everyone's going to be looking out for.
It's Freo. Let's just be
I think
honest.
it's Freo.
You saying Freo?
Oh, I said Freo.
It's either Giants or Freo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I am picking between Gold Coast and Freo.
No, Gold Coast make it.
Gold Coast make it in
Look
eighth.
at their run home.
Yeah, their run home's hard.
And they got a good percent. No. The next 3 games are hard. Their run home's pretty easy.
That's still hard.
They'll be out of the 8 in 3 weeks.
I'm hard.
You don't say that.
Sorry, Daisy.
One final thing I want to touch on here is it happened. It finally happened. Northern Bullhands won a game in the VFL. Northern Bullhands, close to a flag, has gone berserk. Dreams can come true.
They are close to a flag, just not this year.
They're getting closer every year. What do you mean?
It doesn't matter that Sydney kicked 8 goals, 18. They still won by 12 points.
Oh my god.
Go to the Bull Ants. They're changing back to Preston next year as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then also we've got to touch on that as well. St Kilda have not cancelled, ended their relationship with Sandringham. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sandringham are going into standalone, and St Kilda are bringing in a new squad next year. What could be very, very interesting.
It will be great to see them not be able to complain about the win now, Ollie Gill. You can't blame it anymore.
Sandringham's not even the worst one in the comp.
Yeah, it's Williamstown.
It's Williamstown.
That's terrible.
That's a wind tunnel.
Yeah, so we're getting close to an AFL reserves comp, I think.
I think it's just 3 years away.
Give
That's
us
inevitable.
When
us a-
Tassie join, it will be
give us a
reserve comp.
3-tier competition. Promotion relegation. Let's do it. Northern Bullhands in the AFL.
So what we can relegate.
2034.
We can relegate Carlton then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're getting relegated so
Yeah,
hard.
then Northern Bullhands coming back up.
Yeah, good.
Let's get the hot takes.
You deserve
They have to
relegation.
win games to do that.
Shut up.
It's a bit hot in here. Hot takes.
Goes quite long.
What?
All right, hot takes this week. I don't have any. But I think you have some for us, Jonty and James.
No, I don't.
Jonty
I have
has
Lead
some
the way.
great ones.
Lead the way.
So we love Dwayne's World, don't we?
Dwayne.
Yeah, it's pretty
Midday
good.
Madness.
Yeah, it's
Metropol
pretty,
Midday
pretty
Madness.
funny. 28 minutes on hold.
Well, this week they had some hot ones because Carlton's involved. So
Oh, Carlton.
Great.
Carlton and Talkback Radio is just a perfect mix of everything.
yeah. So start off with a lot of coping.
A lot of coping.
Did anyone tag up the club this week?
No vandalism this week.
No, they had security guards out there all night.
Oh my god. They should just
That's so sad.
guys. There's other ways to. No, I'm not gonna do.
There's other ways to do
Get
it.
back into Dwayne's World.
Put a bomb in Icon.
God. Anyway, so the first major call, I want you guys to answer this question.
Yeah.
Is Tom Lekoning, in his current form, earning his place in the squad?
Yes.
This was a genuine question.
Yes.
People think that Tom Lekoning is not earning his place in the squad right now.
Who takes it?
Exactly.
He's not playing good football, but who takes it?
He's still better than
Pitney.
Pitney.
Pitney Solo Rock.
Yeah, because Pitney can hit the ball, and he can hand pass, just don't let him kick it.
He can't do anything.
He can do stuff.
He can
Not
tap it
much
down
stuff.
to Collingwood
He
players.
pushes Ruck out of way to hit ball.
He won more hit-outs than Cameron.
Yeah, no, not hard. When Cameron gets 20 intercept marks. Number 2.
God.
I'm trying to remember this one.
Is these questions or are these just statements now?
No, this is a statement.
Okay.
This was about umpiring. This came up off the back of a Carlton thing. If you can't bounce the ball, then you shouldn't be an umpire.
I've got a statement. Maybe just don't let the umpires bounce the ball.
Or,
Throw
Throw it up.
yeah. Or maybe you're right. There's different umpires for different things. There's multiple roles.
Yeah.
They're not just defined to what one thing you can do.
Yeah.
What's the worst role to be as an umpire, you reckon? I'd say boundary umpire. They sweat way too hard.
Are we talking about like field umpires?
Just umpiring in general? Like, would you prefer? What's one role you wouldn't want to be? Is it field umpire, goal umpire, or boundary umpire?
Goal umpire would be terrible if you get the decision wrong.
Oh, it'd be so funny. Just get to hang with Roden.
No,
Well,
you
they don't hang out,
No, you
man.
don't hang out. They're on the
No,
other side of the field.
Yeah, but they hang out like during the breaks and pre-post game.
Oh, did you like my flag waving?
umpires try very hard and it's hilarious. No, I'd hate to be an umpire giving decisions at a big game because if you get one wrong, the fans come for you.
Anyway, terrible take.
Yeah.
But this one last hot take, and this is a Carlton related one once again.
Where?
All right.
It's like we're an issue.
Did Patrick Cripps really win 2 Brownlows? He just tried a lot. He's not technically gifted. That's basically what the guy said. And this is a Carlton fan who said
Is
that.
this Snapper?
No, Snapper was not on Midday Madness.
Snapper goes on late nights with Finey.
Yeah, he's fine. He's
Snapper on Friday night was golden.
Snapper's emailing all these different ones to be on different talkback radios now.
But he has an hour on Finey's final hour,
Yeah.
which is an hour.
The whole thing on TikTok that I saw was the funniest thing in the world.
So
I had to cut him off.
now,
God.
Stoner, as a resident Carlton fan, did Patrick Cripps deserve his 2
Yes, he
Brownlows?
deserves his 2 Brownlows. Just because he crap this year doesn't mean he
Well,
was crap last year or 2 years ago.
He deserved one.
Definitely deserve one. The
deserved
other one he
both,
shouldn't have had because of the fact that he should have been suspended.
Yeah.
Well, he still won it.
No, but he was not the fairest. He was the best, wasn't the fairest.
Complain to the MRO then. Our lawyers know how
Paddy
to do
Cripps
things.
deserves a Brownlow. For sure.
Oh, those hot takes were questionable. Let's do pressure point.
Service to go. His favourite movie, Service to go.
Isn't the Vox Pops meant to be about a straight bloke taking a piss out of his
All right, who's going to kick this one off this week? Who wants to?
I'll kick
Get
it
us
off. Ken Hinckley's off because it was so funny.
Oh, yeah, no, he's
yeah,
gone. He was removed last week when they beat Carlton.
But he's completely off because it was just funny.
He's just ready for long service leave.
He's put in resignation
holiday.
vibe. It's hilarious.
Dean Cox is down now to 1,000.
No, he's down lower, I reckon.
I reckon he's 1.
You reckon? Oh,
We've seen how much better Sydney are with an actual team.
with Errol in the team.
Mainly Errol, but other players as well. Just the whole thing just looks so much better.
And then losing what's his name for the rest of the season?
Amadi's out for the season, and Papley's got
That's
a few weeks.
probably
Probably
a
why
good
they're
thing.
playing good things. Ross Lyon,
Same.
keep it 10,000. Fossey's at sacked and put in Geelong prison.
No, I want to put him in like Bali and make him feel better.
Oh, we'll send him.
Yeah,
we'll
let's
send
give
him.
it- let's give
we'll
him a
send
night.
him to
Let's give him a-
Dagestan.
Let's give him a fresher or a refreshing holiday.
He can go back to Fiji.
Yeah, Fiji holiday again.
Adam Kingsley, we happy to clear him
Removed.
off, I reckon.
Yeah, removed.
I reckon I'm remove him off. Brad Scott, I'm going to put him up to 10,000.
Up.
No, he's at 100.
Stay.
Really?
What can you do with
What
this
can
team?
Essendon do right now?
That's true.
Honestly, everything. And a week without an injury is a positive. That hasn't happened in like 15 weeks.
That is true.
Longmuir, by default, for losing 1 game, is now back on his 4 weeks. So
4 weeks
6
probation.
in a row.
yeah, but because he lost 1 game, he's back on his 4 weeks.
For fuck's sake.
So he's back on. It's times 4 weeks. If we count down, if he loses next week, it's 3 weeks.
Oh, and then once it gets down to the bottom, and sacked.
Yeah.
Let's look at the players. Jesse Motlop.
Same.
I'm saying we put him down to 5 million
No, he's saying at 10.
because I think he had a decent performance.
Remember the last time he had a decent performance against Essendon, and the next week he had 4 disposals?
Yeah, well, that's next week. He's down to
No,
5.
no.
No.
We're keeping the pressure on until he shows he's truly.
Can he do it 2 weeks in a row? Can he have an okay game 2 weeks in a row?
Okay, let's play with that.
Yeah.
Jai Amos.
Same. He's
Same.
crap.
James Sicily looked okay back. in the game, but I think we keep him on his still.
It's St Kilda.
It was
His defending was still bad.
he was saved by Battle and Barras having great
Hey,
games.
how good was Battle against his old team?
Yeah,
Just
so,
dominating.
It's so funny. Do you want to take back the comments on Barras yet or no?
Oh, I'm still holding on it.
Pratt is
Do it.
just good, man.
No,
Fucking Kingy fan.
no. Instead of Richmond Football Club players, I'm
The
putting
medical staff.
I'm putting the medical staff.
We're also putting Eston medical staff.
Yeah, they're definitely getting sacked into the year for sure.
Both those medical staffs are terrible. Petrarca,
You know, let's take him off.
I think he can have a break. Eric Hipwood.
Can you put him up to 100,000?
Yeah, Eric Hipwood we're going to put pressure on him
'Cause,
now, and now he's going to
realistically-
kick 5 this week.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have how many more shit games till he gets actually dropped?
None.
They won't drop him.
They won't drop him.
Surely is there a going forward at Brisbane?
There's
Gallup?
the one, Gallup, but he did get injured earlier, so they might not play him.
They should. Hipwood is a liability in a great team.
I'm putting Charlie Kerner at 10,000.
Yep,
Yep,
right. Very
that's-
justified.
it's-
It's 3 weeks out of goal for Kerner
Yeah.
and missing a lot of shots. As well.
The problem is it's not like he's not getting chances; he's just not kicking them.
Yeah, he wins the ball at forward 50.
He had multiple chances against us.
I'm aware.
Completely screwed it.
Again, I watched the game. I'm aware.
If I watch him wheel and go one more time and spray it, have some composure about it.
I actually, the first time I got scared, and I'm
No,
like,
can't
oh wait, no,
fi-
it's 2025.
I'd rather him wheel around like that than go back.
He misses every one.
Not everyone. He's actually pretty
That's
good.
for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
hasn't scored a goal for the last 3 weeks.
As well as Carlton Football Club, they're still in there.
The whole club.
They're
Yeah,
not. They're
top
not.
to bottom club.
They're not leaving until we get 3 wins in a row. So
You're not doing that. You're not doing that.
Be happy with one.
no. Jack Higgins,
He's staying there.
he can
He's-
stay there. We got any others?
He's
To,
rapidly losing his All-Australian spot.
any others to add into the mold?
If I wanted to be specific about Carlton, I would say McGovern goes in there.
No, because we just put the whole club in there, so we're not going to get specific.
Yeah, the players are already all in there.
Is it time? I know he's young and there's a lot of pressure on him. Is it time we can possibly put Harley Reid in here?
No, because he's West Coast best player. Yes, he is.
He had
They're just so bad you don't notice him.
Yeah, he had a good game and no one noticed because they were so bad.
I reckon there's just I don't know.
Just because they own your first round pick. No, Hawthorn does.
Hawthorn does.
They'll probably.
That's
own
gonna
it
be good
after
when
they
you
trade
finish-
for Harley
Yeah,
Reid.
That's going to be good when he finished
West
14th.
Coast thought they were better off getting Hawthorn's first round pick than ours.
What a bad
What a
mistake.
bad.
Good thing they'll get it anyway when they get Harley Reid
Probably.
at Hawthorn.
Great.
No, Essendon.
Umpires
what
don't
happened?
change. I don't think there's any bad umpiring decisions on the weekend.
Oh, there definitely was. It's just nothing like more bad than usual.
Yeah, nothing extra. Just bounce. Oh, you know what? MRO is going up for the idea, the fact that people can get suspended for hitting umpires.
Well, I love how they're debating. You saw Caddy's one,
Yeah,
where Caddy's sprinting over to the goal square to defend, and the umpire just runs his way and they collide. I love the fact that even the commentators had to debate whether that's going to do anything.
yeah.
It's so
It's
bad.
too vague. It's too much of a stupid idea anyway.
I sort of get the Rao one
Yeah.
because Rao is setting up there on purpose.
Yes, but at the same time, you can always just ban that as a play, not ban it as an overall thing.
Yeah, just make it a rule.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of Michael Christensen at the local footy as well? Whereas someone was heckling from the sidelines and he didn't like the heckling, so he confronted him and got really angry at the local footy.
Local footy, it happens at every local
Oh.
footy ground every week.
Oh God.
No wonder he's the MRO person. He's soft.
Explains a bit.
Explains a lot.
Oh, and Tasmania remains the same.
Well,
When is it
what's
gonna
even going on there?
Nothing. It's probably good we haven't heard anything about Tassie the last
Yeah,
couple
let's be
weeks.
honest.
All rise for the Cripps Dacos medal.
That's the last
That
post,
is
you
not-
idiot.
Not the last post, and it's not.
It's not Anzac Day. We're not running through a wall.
It's a Cripps Dacos medal. I'm trying to look at the order that we want to do. So everyone does their teams.
I'll start.
Jim can start us off.
I'll start us off with the 100-year celebration, North versus the Dogs. 1 vote for Aaron Norton, back in form finally. 2 votes to the Bont, and then 3 votes to Libra in his 250th.
Now, because we won.
Yeah, you get to do it.
The shittest team in the AFL versus Collingwood.
Shittest versus the best.
Yep. One vote, sorry. Jamie Elliott for light work. 2 votes, Braden Maynard on return. Just completely changed the defense.
That's
Smother to goal.
Yeah.
That was the dirtiest play of the year.
Also, Dan McStay kicking it from that far is funny.
Oh, it was hilarious.
And then 3 votes, We've got very used to this recently. Nick Dacos.
How many 3-week games is that in a row?
3.
He's just so
He's on a
ridiculous.
tear.
No, incorrect. He only got 2 last week.
That's
But
right.
he keeps getting
We
votes
gave
and he's
Pendlebury
running
3.
away with it.
He's running with it.
Eagles versus Gold Coast. We gave 1 vote to Tom Green.
Eagles versus Giants.
What did I say?
Gold Coast.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. 2 votes to Josh Kelly and 3 votes to the $13 million man, Finn Callahan.
Moving down to
Oh,
Marvel.
right.
First,
He wasn't 13 million in the end.
Well, he
signed for
drew,
less.
But it was $13 million offer.
moving down to the first game at Marvel on the Saturday, Essendon versus the Suns. We had 1 vote to Noah Anderson, 2 votes to Joel Jeffrey, and 3 votes. Should be winning the Brownlow, Zach Merritt.
Now heading down the highway to Geelong, 1 vote in 2025. Reece Stanley.
That's your fault.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, it is your fault. You're the one who wanted to give it to him.
I said it. You guys backed it.
No.
Okay.
Don't say we backed it.
2 votes, Jeremy Cameron, and 3 votes to Zach Guthrie.
You know, he's only on $250,000 a year. Reece Stanley. That's
Yeah.
all he makes. And he's probably one of the...
But he has like 10 farms.
It's Geelong promo. Anyway.
Brisbane versus Port Adelaide. We gave 1 vote to Hugh McTuggage, 2 votes to Zach Chocolate Butters, and 3 votes to Zach Chopper Bailey.
What
God.
is going on?
That's disgusting. To the second game at Marvel on Saturday, the Saints versus the Hawks. We give him 1 vote to make Monday, 2 votes to Max Hall, having a great run for a mid-season pick last year, and 3 votes to pay him $25 million. This is all I want to get in Miller.
Yeah, give him an empty check.
Give him the club.
Swans versus the biggest frauds in the AFL. 1 vote, Corey Wagner. Great season from him, actually. Really underrated. 2 votes, I'm pissed off this was 2 votes. Errol Goulden completely changed Sydney since he's been
Just
back.
because you don't like the 3-vote guy.
I love him. He's just a bit of a dope.
He's in great form.
He's probably been the best ruckman in the comp the last 3 weeks.
I know.
He
3
is.
votes, Brody Grundy. His TikTok game. Have you seen that though?
Yes,
I love him on
great.
TikTok. It's awesome.
Final game of the round, we're at Adelaide Oval. Crows versus D's. 1 vote to Jack Final Siren Viney. 2 votes to Ben Open the Door Keys. And 3 votes to Isaac Strumming Rankin.
Strumming.
Strumming the guitar.
Anyway, as of this round,
We've updated the tally.
I got around to it finally.
Do you want to round the top 10 or do you want to do the top few that are leading? it?
Just read the whole thing that are there.
All right, so equal 10th, we got Max Gawn, Toby Green, Hugh McCluggage. They're on 14 votes. Sitting in, I believe that'll be 7th. Noah Anderson is on 15. Equal 5th, we got Bailey Smith, missing a lot of games recently, and Connor Rozee. They're on 16. 4th, Andrew Brayshaw.
3rd, sorry.
That's 3rd. I've got it all wrong. 3rd is Andy Brayshaw. He's on 17. 2nd, Zach Merritt, after a 4-week hiatus due to being at halfback. Still in 2nd on 18 votes, and then running away with it, Nick Dacos. He's 5 votes clear on 23.
It's a lot of not I hate saying
Collingwood
glaze.
players clear on top of the ladder.
Zach's going to catch him. I'm going to do something to this.
If I'm putting money on people to catch him, I'd put money on
We disrespect a lot of people on this
put
show.
money on Brayshaw.
Where's
I'd put,
Dawson?
I'd put money on we disrespect Dawson and it pissed me off because you don't like him.
I like Dawson.
Well, why don't
He
you give him a
just
vote?
doesn't give very impressive stat lines.
As you can tell, we just look at the stats. And it's all
No.
we do.
No, I watch games of footy.
I watch games of footy as
watch
well.
2.
I also know he only plays 1 quarter.
Noah Anderson could give him catch up. Connor Rozee could.
Zach's going to get him.
Bailey Smith could do it.
Zach's-
They all can do it here, probably besides Toby Green. I could see Max Gawn just get 3 votes for the rest of the year. It wouldn't surprise me.
Nah,
they're too shit.
Taylor Siddle's got a hat-trick on his birthday! Not yet, Young and guilty! Not.
What are you doing here? Oh, just listening to some Spotify, mate. Yeah, just listening to some tunes.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Oh, come on, pretty mama.
You suck.
The second
What was
test.
that?
The second test at West Indies versus Australia has finished, and Australia have retained the Sir Frank Worrell Trophy, winning it pretty convincingly again.
Worrell.
It wasn't too hard of a trophy to win. Or
I didn't
series to
feel
win.
like we've played that well,
We played terrible, but
we've won both games.
our top order continue to fail us week in, week out. But our middle order is holding up. Alex Carey has been playing really good cricket, just consistently scoring 50s and 60s each week. Bo Webster's been a
Slug.
Dan, I love slug. They're doing the job for us. And the bowling at the end is just
Brilliant.
what
Brilliant
they're doing. Hazelwood, Cummins, Stark, Lyon, Slug.
Slug again.
Slug. I just want to give Slug his flowers because
We love Slug.
they're making this really
He's
easy.
Slug has confirmed his spot for the Ashes.
No, he's playing the Ashes.
No, he never wasn't.
Oh no, it was in question.
Yeah, but he's playing the Ashes.
Considering we're playing not that great and we're doing what we're doing, I'm pretty happy where we're sitting. I don't know if we have any other tests after the third one.
I think it's a 3-match series.
Yeah, but I don't know if we have another series before the Ashes.
Nothing springs to mind, no.
Don't think so. But
I'd rather not, to be honest. Get the
Yeah.
players nice and refreshed for the
But
summer.
I think we're just getting ready towards the Ashes now. They got this in the bag. They can lose the last one if they want to. I'm not really too
It's a day-night
fast.
game as well, actually. Our
Ooh,
first,
I like
that's
that.
our first overseas day-night test ever.
I like that. I
All
like
the
that.
other ones have been Adelaide or Brisbane.
Because it has been 10 years since we last toured the West Indies. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to say pink ball. I love pink ball. I'm a pink ball fan.
I like, it's Stark's 100th test, and he's the pink ball specialist.
Oh,
as
he
we know.
loves it.
He loves the pink ball.
But talking about the Ashes coming up this year, England are playing a test right now against India. It was the second test.
They got smoked.
They got absolutely bent over and bummed.
That was so England.
Oh,
On the last day.
It was at Headingley too, wasn't it? Or was it Edgbaston? It was one of those two they
Headingley,
played
I
at.
think. But the pure arrogance to be 3 for 60, chasing 600 on the final day, and to not bat for the draw, and to think you can make those runs.
It's Bazball way though.
Especially since
ridiculous.
they're up in the series as well.
Well, they won the first test pretty well.
Yeah.
But I mean, one guy from India, Shubman Gill.
Well, yeah, 430 runs in 2 innings, scoring 269 in the first
You
and
think-
161 in the second.
To think that he was terrible last summer in the BJT.
You just think though, after the first innings, your fucking analytics guys will be like, "All right, guys, this is where he struggled." Just nothing of that.
Well, the England bowlers are pretty
Their bowling attack's horrible.
crap.
They're
Yeah.
got
They-
if they bring this attack to Australia,
Oh, they're screwed.
That's why I said they need Jofra because Jofra at least gives you something. You have Jofra.
I believe
and,
he's playing the next test at Lords.
If you have Jofra and Mark Wood coming through, two big genuine pacers who are scary, and then you have someone like a
think they have a-
tongue.
Gus Atkinson is.
They have a third like a good seamer, and then you have your spinner. That's all you need. I think you need Jofra as that danger man.
They still are playing Chris Wokes in 2025.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They decided to retire Anderson, but not him.
But yeah, they've equaled the series there 1-1. But another test we have going on at the moment. South Africa are playing Zimbabwe, and this is a weird
Great contest.
This is a weird South Africa team,
Such an
but
awful.
they made a score of 667 declared with
For like
their,
5 wickets.
yeah, with their captain Wian Mulder selflessly declaring as the captain on 367 not out of 334 balls.
So it's like, is it like the 5th highest score in Test cricket?
I
history?
think so. I think the highest is Sri
400.
Lanka. No, Sri Lanka.
No,
They
I'm
scored
talking
900
about
once.
individual
Oh,
players.
individual.
It's top 5.
Yeah, it's top 5 now.
He could have broken the record, but
He would have.
selfishly declared.
Yeah. Kevin Bryan
Respect.
there is
Respect for
406 intact.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty good declaration because the first ball they bowled against Zimbabwe, they got a wicket. First ball of the game. So
Where's this game being played?
I'll find out for you. So they've already
is it in
they've
South
already
Africa or
rolled
is it-
him for the first
Yeah, they're about 800 runs ahead.
yeah, well they rolled him the first innings and for like 160. So they're chasing 400 and something in the second innings.
Just to make South
I'm
Africa
going to
better again.
find out for you now because it's happening. So 3 for 132. So they made 5 for 626. They're playing at Queen's Sports Club, what I believe is...
That's Zimbabwe.
Yeah. So Zimbabwe are making a resurgence. They still need 304 runs with 7 wickets
Just to
remaining.
make South Africa bad again.
Yeah, pretty much. So they got in the bag, but
That will take them all
But-
days.
Wian Mulder, that's a great effort, especially going over a runner ball. That's a good go in that. They put it in Zimbabwe.
Even if he's playing Zimbabwe, but yeah, that's if you make 367, fair enough.
They've kept chompers away, but they can't keep us away. Wimbledon is on right now. Djokovic is still in it.
He's
So
still in it. He knocked off
he's
Demon
still
All this
doing this.
morning. On this morning yesterday. He's the second king of grass. I don't think he's as good as Federer on grass, but
No.
I love grass court. I think it's the best out of all the tournaments. It's the original.
no, clay.
You're a clay man.
I'm a clay man.
You're a clay man.
Wimbledon's got nothing in the Aussie Open. You can't get shit faced in the crowd.
We can.
You can.
It's just not frowned upon.
It's just champagne you pop it instead of VB tinnies.
Yeah, it's way better.
And Canadian Club.
I'd much prefer to drop 20 cc's in a glass
But
of
it's on at
Chambers.
the moment. I think we're in the second week of it now.
The fourth round's done.
Unfortunately, fourth round done, but all the Aussies are knocked out. Unfortunately, Alex de Minaur, like we said before, was knocked out in the fourth round.
knocked out in the fourth round of the.
Djokovic.
Like every other Grand Slam.
In his first set, he won comfortably, and he looked like, oh, he's gonna knock off Djokovic.
And you
here.
remember it was the fourth round anyway.
And then, Bob Alex.
Fourth round merchant.
And then obviously our other Aussie that we were hoping to get up was Popperin, but he went out in the first round. I think he's like seeded 18th or something in the world. He's popping up now, Popperin. But then the other Aussie who made it to the fourth round was Jordan Thompson, but he had to retire hurt in the second set to Taylor Fritz.
He's had a good run recently.
He's actually he's in his golden era. Like he's playing really good.
Golden era. He's golden era of round of 16s.
Yeah, he's doing quite well. But on the women's side of the draw, the Australians didn't do very well. Our highest ranked female was Daria. Let me see if I can get this right. Daria Kasatkina.
He's now that one.
Kasatkina. Well, she's just become. So she was originally Russian, and now she's an Australian citizen. So she just converted countries.
Converted countries.
So
She's become an Australian citizen. You melt.
that as well. How do you say it? Kasatkina?
I'll tell you because you don't know how to speak English.
Kasatkina.
It's Kasakina.
Kasatkina.
That's
you
probably
just stop
still wrong.
speaking?
So she lost in the second
We
round.
butchered it.
But left in the men's draw, we still have Yannick Sinner, Ben Shelton. That'll be a great match, Sinner and Shelton. They're two great tennis players at the moment. Djokovic is still in there. He'll be playing Caboli from Italy. Taylor Fritz will be playing Kashkanov.
Oh my god!
Kashkanov.
I just said it. It's
Kashkanov.
It's Kachanov.
Kachanov, and then Chuck Norrie is going to play Carlos Alcaraz on the men's side of the draw. And then when we have a look at the ladies' side of the draw in the quarterfinals, Sabalenka's still in there. She's facing the German Sigmund. And then we've got this is a funny game. We're just trying to guess.
Oh, okay. So it's
then we've got Anisimova, the American.
Say that one.
She's playing Pavlyuchenkova. Pavlyuchenkova.
it's closer than the other one.
She's either Russian or Belarusian because there's no flag there. We've got Andreeva as she's playing Bencic from Switzerland. Then we've got Swiatek is playing Samsonova.
Next week we're giving Ethan English pronunciation lessons.
No, we're not. We're doing
a segment where you get
it's
random
obscure
names.
Russian and Ukrainian names.
Let's do it.
Eastern European names. Ethan's got to pronounce them.
Yeah.
Let's do that segment.
That's a segment next
That's
week,
a
guys.
great segment.
Preview for next week.
But for the men's and women's, who we're predicting to go all the way here? For me, it's hard to go past Sabalenka. I think it'll be a first. I think this will make it a Grand Slam for her. It's the last one she hasn't won. I don't think. She might not won. May not won a US one, but I know she hasn't won a Wimbledon one. And then for the men's, I think it's going to be a fairy tale story for Djokovic.
No, I don't like him enough.
Chompers doesn't like him.
I stand by Chompers.
This is very hard to go past Sinner. Unfortunately.
I honestly think that Ben Shelton will beat him.
Benny.
But
I'd
I
like
think
that.
Because to be honest, Sinner was going to lose to
Dimitrov.
before
But to be
Dimitrov
fair,
pulled out injured.
Sinner has this one fluke game every tournament, and then he just plays good again. But I think that it'll be between Alcaraz
Well,
because
didn't Sinner just lose the French Open when he was in the box seat to basically win it in the final?
Yep.
Surely he's got some motivation to not do that again and just take Wimbledon.
Well, Alcaraz is probably Alcaraz and Djokovic are the two best grass players in the world at the moment.
I reckon it'll be Ben Shelton versus Alcaraz.
I just struggle. I think he's going to be Djokovic's final go at another major, and this will be his final farewell victory.
So he got the most.
Yeah, he's got the most by one now.
Yeah,
he's ahead of Rafa by one because he won. It was one last year. He won.
They're still not as good as Federer.
Oh, he's got more than Federer as well.
Yeah, Federer looked better. And he was more humble.
Federer just couldn't stay healthy.
Rafa looked better.
Rafa was the best out of them all.
And he wasn't injured half the time. He would have.
Yeah, Rafa would have 30 if he stayed healthy.
Yeah.
He's got the best match of all time when he was down 2 sets to love against Medvedev,
Aussie
the
Open
Aussie
final.
Open, and came home and win it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Willie, what are you doing?
Drink her own urine and lick the floor.
Why on earth are you brawling in the streets before the game even starts?
So you're
Somehow not number one.
You're just massive.
After taking a week hiatus due to personal reasons, Melon of the Week is back. If you watched last week, you would have seen at the end.
We took a leave of absence.
we had PPA.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Not anxiety.
Oh no, it was anxiety.
Reflection.
That wasn't going to be good to post out. So you're lucky you didn't listen to it because it was bad for us.
If you want to listen to the audio,
No.
we'll put it up online for $29.99 for you to listen to.
No.
We're here to make money.
$5,000 minimum.
Yeah, no, it's some X-rated
Or
stuff.
if Wayne Carey, if you come and ask for it, we'll give it to you.
Wait, don't spoil anything.
Sorry, Sam Newman. We'll give it to your website, the AFL show you're going to do on a certain website.
Oh god. Anyway, guys,
Let's get started. I'm going to get us kicked off
Yes.
with our better Melon of the Week. We're starting off with the Sydney Swans VFL side. For managing to lose to the Northern Bullets, we alluded to earlier, the Northern Bullets haven't won a game all year.
No.
Haven't won a game in over a year. The Swans should have beaten them. They kicked 8 goals, 18. Cost themselves the game.
It was Jorgensen's 100 game milestone too. If you know who John Jorgensen is.
Yeah, so listen to 200 plus. I know
If
who
you
John
know,
Jorgensen is. I was at the live show last year. I'm well aware of everything about John Jorgensen. That's exclusive as well.
Oh,
Hammer.
boy.
Anyway, yeah, Sydney VFL for losing to the Northern Bullets. They're going in the list this week at number 5.
Number 4, we've got the F1 Stewards. Obviously, we had Silverstone on the weekend. Lando Norris won that. Oscar Piastri finished in second, but Oscar Piastri was in first place. There was a safety car for the weather, I believe. It was peltering down. But he before the safety car was released, he had to brake because he's going to go into the safety car. So he had to brake hard so he didn't run into it because obviously you couldn't see the weather was that bad. But when he braked, he didn't realize how close Verstappen was up his arse. So Verstappen had to sort of swerve out of the way, blah, blah. It wasn't worthy of anything because I don't think it was either person's fault. But the F1 stewards decided to hand Oscar Piastri a 10-second penalty because of the incident, or pretty much just handed Norris the victory.
the royal family has conspired with F1
Yeah.
to
It was always going to happen at Britain too,
yeah.
at Silverstone.
Oscar's too far out. They're trying to do something.
Well, he's still in the poll for the constructors.
No, that's
No.
the one. It's
What's
the
the
drivers.
drivers championship.
Yeah.
But they've really just tried every means necessary to have a British win the Grand Prix, and it's absolute corruption at its royal finest.
Been robbed right in front of me.
And they still whinge about what we apparently did in the Ashes. They're worse than us.
So the F1 stewards, you're on the melon list this week.
Keep going, mate.
I'll keep going because it's time to bring. They haven't brought in here. It's time to bring them to reflection. Carlton Football Club are in the melons of the week because the shit they put me through week in, week out for the last 14 fucking years is enough. When
Or like 23.
what?
23 years.
No, because we had good years back in like early 2010s. Like, well, okay.
No. Winning your first round of finals and then doing nothing afterwards.
I just don't know what to do with the club. Like, we've touched on everything already. In my opinion, let's just off-ball them to Alice Springs or just Darwin. Just move the club. I've had enough. I'm seriously rethinking who I support.
You're not allowed to do
You
that.
can't do that.
You're not allowed to do it. You're too invested.
Not-
Not
You're
twice
too
in
invested.
not
You're
twice
right
in
I
about
one
would
year.
not support a team, but Carlton, you're in the melons of the week.
They have to be there after the year they've had. Number 2, another AFL figure.
Oh, quality figure this.
He's never done anything controversial in his life at all.
Paracetamol.
Wayne Carey.
What a guy.
He was actually at the North Melbourne 100 years.
Yeah, he rocked up.
Yeah,
He was allowed
there.
back?
They
Glenn
invited-
there?
I believe so.
Glenn had to be there. He's
He's literally their club.
He's-
They don't like each other.
Well, I think Anthony Stevens. Is
Really?
Also, I think Anthony Stevens is also there. But
Yeah, Steve.
yeah. Anyway, Wayne's going on there for his involvements with another AFL figure
Great figure, this guy.
in the media. Sam Newman.
My idol.
You fucking hell.
I used to love him.
He was great on Street Talk
Street
before he
Talk.
got cancelled because he was
Moe.
a bad person.
Wasn't your cousin on Street Talk?
Yeah, he got in the best of. It's a great clip. Wayne Carey's going on here for his comments in the recent podcast him and Sam Newman filmed.
You can't be serious. So
How is it just a podcast?
Wayne Carey, he claimed he was doing what he was doing for COVID. What I forgot who it was, but
I believe it was Magic Johnson did.
what
for
Magic
AIDS.
Johnson did for AIDS.
Oh, no,
he
it was sorry, I can't remember exactly. It was a Lakers player.
Yeah, it was what someone did for AIDS because he's sitting next to Sam Newman while Sam Newman's sick and Wayne's not wearing a mask.
Sam is, by the way, during this whole clip, but Wayne isn't, and he was claiming that COVID isn't real, and this is him proving that's not real.
Right. It's 2025. COVID was what, big 4 years ago?
I'm going to put this on this. Wayne Carey was on Channel 7 4 years ago
As the
lead pundit, and Sam Newman was ahead of a popular AFL footy show 6 years ago. And look at him now.
Yeah, they've improved. They make stupid content online.
Mate, how is
generational fall.
How was it the one you showed us before?
No, don't go on that.
We're not playing that
Can't
one.
play that.
We can't play that one.
Where this melon segment is too woke for this one now. You cannot play that.
Oh, boy.
So Wayne Carey, what the fuck? What goes on with him? He completely lost a career about 20 years ago. Got given a second chance and God,
He loves the limelight and paracetamol, apparently.
he crushed up paracetamol. Yeah. Do you want to do number one? Because you haven't done one yet.
Now, Cavante Turpin, you might not know him. He plays for Dallas Cowboys. He's a great returner. Don't know, he's kicking punt returner. And he's just got paid a bag. 3 million. No, sorry, 3 years, 18 million. Good contract.
Nice.
Can't complain. Now, he did do something stupid though. Crazy thing, right? in this
What?
segment.
An
In this
NFL
segment,
player did something stupid?
No.
Can't be. That's woke.
So Cavante Turpin was pulled over by Allen Police in Collin County, and he was clocked doing 97 miles per hour in a 70 zone. So good start already. He then
You told him that.
You know, coffee.
the police then noticed a 9mm pistol in plain view in the back of his car,
Jesus Christ.
and fewer than
Texas.
2 ounces of marijuana
Oh,
were
nice.
found in his center console. So Turpin has been arrested on weapon and marijuana charges.
Yeah, fair
Crazy
enough.
enough. Surprisingly enough, no mention of the speeding offense as well.
That
But
would be in some way, but
no.
Silly
Anyway,
boy.
there you are.
Turpin. It's not the first time Turpin's been involved in this. There's off-field issues that led him to not be drafted in 2019 when he was at TCU, which is Texas Christian University.
It's no BYU.
BYU had a big melon this week. Actually, we kind of ignored that one.
What they do?
They kicked a player off the team because he broke the moral code because he slept with someone before marriage.
Oh, is that what I saw on the college football thing?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's
It's
good.
like it's just more funnier.
That's just fantastic.
Oh, BYU.
That's fantastic.
But
Bloody
anyway,
Mormons.
Cavante Turpin, you're a public figure now, getting paid $6 million a year. Maybe think before you start driving around with a gun and marijuana in your car.
No,
Yeah.
don't think. Do.
No, don't listen to him.
There's this thing called state laws. Not every state has legalized marijuana in America.
It is Texas too. It's like redneck area. They hate marijuana.
No, Texas is woke.
Texas is not woke.
It's
Desert.
It's woke south.
No.
Desert.
Send it to Oklahoma.
Oh God. Anyway, Cavante, you have won Melon of the Week.
Well done, Cavante.
We didn't name a melon this week either.
Woke melon of the week.
Woke Melon of the Week.
We should do what we called the melon last week.
No, that melon of the week is that footage has never been leaked ever.
Oh, if we ever gets the lead, we're in so much trouble. But
Well-
if you want to pay $5,000 to the podcast, you can have it.
Yep.
You can watch it with no phones, like Lamine Yamal's birthday party.
No, your miles 18. It's great.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
Bruce, Dan, you're so tired. Wake up.
Oh, I've had a tough day.
yeah,
You
sitting down
laid
your
on your
ass.
ass.
Yeah, it's my day off. Let a man have a day off.
No.
You've had 2 in a row,
Yeah, you've been allowed to have a weekend. I've actually had 3 in a row. Thank you very much.
and you're still tired.
Yeah, I'm working tough hours here. I'm not billing for 80 hours. I'm just billing my normal
God's
hours.
sakes.
That's an inside joke.
Anyway.
Anyway, we got to the end of the pod. Good pod here, guys.
Yeah, it was great.
No real outlandish comments, maybe bar one.
Bar a few from you that we can't have.
No, there's only one I can't keep. Only one.
Yeah.
Only one. I want to go to the Bahamas now after singing that song.
Oh my god.
Excited to go to Carlton game this week?
Oh, I got to work it again. I'm playing Brisbane and we're going to lose by about 40 billion points. And it's at Marvel too, so it's even more of a hard
Oh,
work.
well, never mind. Brisbane are beating you by 400 points.
Oh, it's gonna, at least the next week I don't have to work a Carlton game.
You don't want to say about yawning or?
I work at Essendon game the week after. That's going to be just as boring of a game
Nah,
too.
it's at least it's full of hope.
At least the
They're
Bombers have
playing
got. At least the
Jerry
Bombers,
West the week after.
at least the Bombers have future.
Yeah, hope.
We have a future, it's just not good.
That's not a future, mate.
No, everything's future.
Hot take.
You know what? We have more of a future because Scott Penderbury will be playing when he's 41.
He'll play with his son. He'll do LeBron. Anywho, I'm Ethan Stone.
I'm James Isles.
I'm John DeBerry.
Stay Nuffin.